Welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. From the west side. Hey, Angela. Happy Friday the 13th. Hope all is well for everybody. Hope everybody's had a great week. I am going to be hateering using my Friday the 13th avatar. I messed up. And I'm also in the middle of doing my hair. So we're trying some false locks this time. And in order to do false locks, when you're really doing them in your hair versus people, I guess, braiding their hair down and hook locking those things in, is that you have to braid your hair. So you braid your entire head, or you can do it all at the same time. But you braid the braid first, and then you wrap the hair around it for the false lock. So I'm going to do the braiding portion tonight, and I'm going to do the wrapping part tomorrow. Purple, of course. So I'm going to have purple locks. So that's why I'm not on camera, even though, right now, I'm presentable, but, while I'm talking, I'm going to start the process. So therefore, we won't be coming on camera tonight. And we won't have any camera slips. So you guys won't see me looking crazy. With half my hair braided and half my hair not braided, that kind of stuff. But it's been a very, very interesting week. And I know a lot of crazy things have happened to various people today, Friday the 13th. And so I purposely wanted to start my live before it was Saturday the 14th on the East Coast. And so what I do know is that when I leave here tonight, I will be going over to Aunt T's for the Friday the 13th 12-hour purge. So I'm kind of hoping that that we'll get a very interesting mix of people in that 12 hours. I think it will be interesting to see if Old Folks TV comes through, because unless you didn't know, his case has been postponed until July. So he's been given a 60-day reprieve. And that's because of foolery that was going on during the Zoom call. Because these messy folk on YouTube found out where this man's Zoom court meeting was, and because technically those meetings are not private, anyone can come to those. They were there. And so some foolery happened, and the YouTubers who were showing it on YouTube, as well as Old Folks himself, got kicked out of the effing meeting. So he goes back on sometime in July. But said YouTubers said they're going to be there then too. So he got a reprieve, y'all. And if the man is smart, he will do what I said and go get an effing BK. Unless he thinks he can actually, get that 20K or more, because it's going to be more than that by July, because interest just keeps accruing. That this man will just do what he needs to do. I don't think he's going to get... I would hope that people on YouTube would not be that foolish. I mean, I would hope that y'all are not that stupid. This man does not need your charity. He does not need your grace. He has allowed his house to go into foreclosure of his own volition. He hasn't been sick. Nothing's been going on to keep him from paying his bills. He simply hasn't paid them. Simply hasn't paid them. Simply hasn't paid his bills. I mean, I just don't understand how you could go all that time without paying a water bill. I mean, can you blame the water company for cutting your water off, sir? I mean, really, can you really blame them? But a smart person would swallow their pride and just file bankruptcy. But see, if you file bankruptcy, you have to show your finances. But here's the thing. Anything that you're going to do to try to keep your house in court according to what's going on, Even if you go with the housing counseling, you're going to have to show your financial records, sir. And I'm sure you probably don't have anything to show. And maybe that's why you can't file bankruptcy and can't get with a housing counselor. But surely you could pull something together, sir. Even if they are, sketchy looking. I mean, you should be able to pull something together. You could blame it on, the lockdown and everything. You can blame it on all kinds of stuff because we're just coming out of it. But dude, you were given another 60 days simply because of the foolery that was going on in the courtroom. I know these people at the bankruptcy courts in Philadelphia must just think that, we are just crazy on YouTube. Because and I just think people in general must think that we're crazy. I mean, we've had somebody lose their freaking job because of their activities on said platform. And see, that's something that people need to think about. Depending on what line of work you're in, you should think about how you act on this platform. And really, if you have a career period in anything, you should think about how you act on here. Because clearly some people's behavior on the platform is potentially career ending. Now hopefully Pastor J. Wilson will get another job. But here's the thing, well, before I go into that, but it's crazy how people on this everybody on the platform suddenly is a Christian. And they're worried about this man praying over people's souls in real life because of how he acts on this platform. But remember, what happens on YouTube is not real life. What does that have to do with his quote unquote walking with God off the platform? He's not actually doing anything on here, is he? I don't know. I'm just saying. It's just crazy that you people felt it was, your right to go and just mess this man's life up in real life. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. And what did it matter what he was doing in real life? What did it have to do with what he was doing on the platform? That's what I really just don't understand. But see, the twist of it all is that when you do stuff like that, what that does is that if this person is a bane to your existence, that just makes them more of one, because now he has more time to come on here and F with y'all. I'm just saying. And I mean, as we well know, that there are plenty of people on this platform who people can't stand that have thriving platforms.
He lost another platform. Now he's on his next one. It's like, I don't know what the point was. Were you trying to show this man that you could touch him in real life? See, that's the reason why people don't, people should be careful about what they talk about and what they say about what they do on here, because, I'm very general about I tell y'all kind of what field I'm in, and, I work from home. But I've never said what company I work for. I've mentioned other companies that I've worked for in the past, but the companies that I've worked for, the divisions that I worked in, don't even exist anymore. So who could someone call? And some of the banks that I worked for in the past don't exist anymore either. But then again, I'm not on here acting a friggin' fool. I'm not, on here dragging people and everything, but y'all need to have thicker skin. What is wrong with y'all? If you are on here beefing and roasting and doing all of that stuff, it's weak people who go to touch people in their real life over some YouTube-ish. That's how y'all operate, I see. At least that's how some of y'all operate. That's how some of y'all operate. Oh, and my libation tonight is a little henny hen along with some Coke. On the rocks. So that's what I'm doing tonight. But last night, I was up. It was kind of late. Shouts out to GMT, Grandmaster Troll. Because I wouldn't have seen it if he showed it, because apparently the other person who showed this was Candyman, and y'all know I don't go to his effing channel. But a video has surfaced from in 2020 during the lockdown of one Kevin freaking Samuels being filmed by his then landlord of the mansion that he was sharing with roommates, filming him taking a piece of cardboard from under his leaky ass BMW arguing with her about the things going up because people were home, and her telling him that they were going to have his car removed because he was leaking oil all over the freaking parking lot. Now, there's some in the manosphere that are trying to deny that was Kevin. Sorry, that was Kevin. Y'all know it was Kevin. It was Kevin. Okay? Now, this is your godfather. This is your version of a high-value man who clearly himself was not a high-value man. He was on his way to getting there, but according to his own definition, he hadn't made it to that because he didn't have the wealth for the required 3 years. His own words. He'd had it for less than 2. But nonetheless, in 2020, he was average at best himself and a pretty much dusty in his 50s. Grown men in their 50s and who've been married before, they have their own apartments. They don't rent a room in houses. They don't do this. Okay? This man was everything that he preached against men being. And maybe that was part of the reason why he was preaching for women to lower their freaking standards, because they were unobtainable to him. Renting a goddamn room in a house. I've always had my own place since I got out of college. Since my 20s. Now, my first apartment was a studio, but I ain't had no roommates. Matter of fact, the only time I had a roommate was when I had a 2-bedroom apartment with my sister before I got married in my 20s. Yeah. And then since then, I've had apartments with a husband or a home or a condo or a townhouse, but I ain't had no roommates. I ain't had no roommates. You know? But maybe that's because, ouch, I was actually 6 figures. And not wishing upon a star to be 6 figures. That part. You know? I didn't need YouTube to get me to 6 figures. YouTube is, part of the money that I'm getting, making money on, so that I'll have money when it's time for me to retire from, my career. Yeah. This is another stream of income. And then I'm writing books, which will be another stream of income. And from the books that I do on autism, I anticipate that I will be doing speaking engagements. Mm-hmm. This is all of the stuff that I'm planning as I'm going into my Goldens. I'm gonna, start to do some of my artwork that will be saleable, paintings. Doing all of these things, so that I continue to be 6 figures. Even when I'm not working in corporate America any longer. That's what you guys are saying. I never really listened to him either, Terry. I got clips of him. I never listened to a full show of this man. I couldn't. Because I'm coming from a different perspective than a lot of these people. I'm older than this man. What is this? What would this man who appeared to be a bitter old man be able to tell me about, getting a man? Because what I'm looking for is not what those young ladies are looking for. They don't understand that there's more to be a quote unquote high value man than income. Yeah, we're not talking about struggle love. But it's just some of those young ladies may be wishing for something out of their league just because they're not in the circles where that would even happen for them. And they're out there looking for a husband, But, he's got a lot of these men convinced that they're the prize, but when in actuality, the prize is supposed to be the woman, but the woman as the quote-unquote prize must come in there with something to offer other than a beautiful smile. She has to have some skills coming into that. Sorry, not sorry. And that's whether she's had a formal college education or not. Because if you're with someone who is, or you're trying to get with someone who is at whatever economic echelon that you're trying to get to, or are working their way towards there, then you have to come in there with some type of skill set that's going to continue them towards their goal. And just know that. And all of these women, who talk about they want to be in a traditional marriage, but do you really? Do you know what goes into being at home, taking care of the home? Do you know that it's work, that you don't just get to sit around and just do nothing, especially if you have children? I'm just saying. So, I don't know. And even if you are a stay-at-home mom, what says that you can't work from home as well? Even if it's part-time. Bring some money in. Contribute to the household. Even if, you are in a situation where he's taking care of the mortgage or the rent and everything, But that's not what these young ladies understand. That's not what they understand. Not at all. It's not what they understand. Let me do something. My phone keeps... I'm telling you, the mobile app sometimes does not like to make me be great. But I also want to give a great shout out to something else that I saw. I'll come back to Kevin in a minute. There's a new up and coming YouTuber named V Lenore, and she had a great interview today with Cinda Williams. And if that name doesn't sound familiar to you, she is the actress who played Clark in More Better Blues and sang the iconic song Harlem Blues. And she gave a great interview earlier tonight on V. Lenore's channel. I did post it on my community wall. She talked about a whole lot of stuff. Like, I didn't have any clue that Cinda Williams was Billy Bob Thornton's wife before he married Angelina Jolie. Yep, that part. And she's been married 3 times. And also that she was on trajectory to have had the career that Halle Berry had, but because she was not willing to compromise and do certain things, that didn't happen for her, and she was kind of blackballed in certain instances. Hold on one second, you guys. I'm gonna go on mute for a second. I gotta do something. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of something because I am on another device listening to. What are you doing? Yeah. Take yourself somewhere else. I know he don't think he's fixing to have a meltdown up in here because it's not gonna happen. Y'all know. If he's thinking about having a meltdown, I will shut the show down. That is real life dealing with an adult on the spectrum. You know. But back to Cinda Williams. She gave a great interview earlier tonight. I really enjoyed her just talking about all of the things that she has done during her career. More Better Blues was her first movie, and before that movie, she was a theater actress. She wasn't even thinking about being a movie actress. But once she was in that movie, she was bitten with the movie bug. And, but most of her career, because of her not compromising her integrity, and being lied on, in many instances, has been greatly in independent films versus in with the studios and major motion pictures, but she was on trajectory to have the career that Halle Berry had, and you know how they are. They can only have one of us at a time. Like, they can't have two. While Denzel was great, couldn't be nobody else. Then it's Will Smith. Now they trying to, with all this stuff that's going on with Will Smith, they looking for the person to come behind him. Who's gonna be? It probably would have been the late great Chad. I mean, he was on the trajectory, but for, you know, his early death, you know. But it's crazy in Hollywood that they only have room for one of us at a time, when there are so many Black actors and Black actresses. It's just really, really sad how they do that. Same thing in the music industry, you know, because, you know, I told you guys, there's stuff going on in the music industry. You know, people would ask me, they're like, you have such a good voice. How come you didn't pursue it? Oh, I was pursuing a music career. However, I'll just say, I'm still here, and Whitney Houston isn't. And I'm the age that she would be if she was here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Just give me 1 second. I'm back. Hey, Styles with Tisa. Hey, Kevin Kelly. How are you? Yeah, my son is acting. It's Friday the 13th, and he's acting effing fool up in here. And yeah, that part. Good thing I'm not on camera tonight. Normally I'm on camera, but tonight I'm not, because as I explained at the beginning of the show, I'm braiding my hair. I took my braids out, and I'm now starting the process of rebraiding it, and so I'm not coming on camera looking crazy. It's just that simple. But I have on my mask in honor of Friday the 13th and the Purge on Auntie's channel, which I'll be going by to see a little later on tonight. But, you know, when I was pursuing music seriously, I had all the right connections. I have the talent, but it takes more than talent. They really want you to do things that you may not be willing to do. And I was not willing to sell my soul. I was not willing. And you can take it as to whether I'm talking about that being figuratively or literal. And it could be either or both. But there's a lot of ish that is going on in the industry. And I was not going to be one of the people who got eaten up and spit out. That wasn't going to be me, you know. And I think God saved me, because I got, you know, as I was getting to that point, you know, I got pregnant with my son, and that really, when he got diagnosed with autism, that really slowed things down. So I did a lot of session work, and, you know, I still do session work now, and do background, and I sing in church, and, you know, I'm still using my gift, you know. But I never did anything that I'm ashamed of either. And a lot of people who are famous can't say that. And maybe they're not ashamed of things that they may or may not have had to do. Some people aren't. You know. But a lot of people are are where they are, not strictly because of their talent. I'm not saying that they're not talented. I'm saying that they are where they are in some of those cases, not strictly because of their talent. Other factors, and then other things like, people dying also made a way for some artists, because I think we are all quite aware of the fact that if Aaliyah had lived, Beyonce may not have had the career that she had. She's still trying to hold on though, y'all, but she needs to just, I'm not saying go out to pasture, but she needs to accept the fact that she is at a certain age now. She needs to feel what Mariah felt when she came on the scene, because that's where she is. She's where Mariah was when she came on the scene. Whitney, all those, when them little girls came on the scene. She's right in that same age range with Brandy, and Brandy is the voice. Y'all, I truly believe if some of the decisions that were made in regards to Brandy had been made differently, she would have had a different career. And I'm saying that because the main person that I was working with, doing all of my stuff, getting everything, pushing all of my stuff through, is the same person who got her into the industry. And he even said it at that time. He was just saying, he was disappointed in how, her mom kind of moved certain things in her career. Oh, thank you, Tisa. Thank you so much. We got a super chat, y'all. Let me give you a little sound. Ooh, super chat. We got a super chat. Thank you so much. You better take your butt upstairs, y'all. Y'all know so-and-so is over here acting a effing fool. I'm gonna have to call somebody on him in a minute. King David is not acting very royal tonight. And you know why he's mad? Because mom is not on camera, so he can't get on camera. See, I told him that. And he needs to just, because if I tell someone to come handle him, it's not going to be a fun time for him. And I'm trying to keep him having a fun time. But thank you so much, Tisa. I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. All funds that come into this channel go back into this channel, because we ain't that big yet. So thank you so much. We are working on lots of stuff. I have some stuff coming up. I'm working on, I told you I'm working on some hand-painted fans. And it's like I'm only able to do a little bit each day, but they're coming, y'all. One second, y'all. I'm gonna mute for a second because I have to have a conversation real quick with my son, and y'all don't need to hear this. I'm back, you guys. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. All right. So back to the industry. Cinda talked. She said certain things, but she didn't say everything. As will I not, and I don't even know a whole bunch. But what I do know, we'll just say, I know enough to know that certain things that I saw or that I could see were going on. Don't nobody need to know about that crazy stuff. Don't know. It was enough for me. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. You sent 2. Oh my goodness, thank you. Another one. I was like, is that the same one? Thank you so much. Thank you, Tisa. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate the support. We're a little channel over here, but we like to do chill chats. I don't do no drama. I like people who don't like each other, and they know not to bring their drama into my chat. This is a safe space. We don't do that. We don't do none of that over here. But I think that the interview that V. Lenore did tonight is going to take her channel to an entirely different level, because she started out as a mod for some of the content creators in the beef sector, and so she's technically tied to the beef sector. However, the content that she's doing, like interviewing people in entertainment, and I don't know who else she's going to be but she's going to be doing interviews and stuff, and that's not beef sector content. And her getting Cinda Williams on there today was huge, in my opinion, because we do not get the Black actors and actresses and coming down to these smaller channels. And I know that she's friends with Cinda, but the fact that she was able to get Cinda to come on there, I just think that that's going to do a lot of putting her channel in an entirely different algorithm. And I think that if she keeps up doing interviews like what she did today, it's going to be great. And she's also going to be having some panels on her channel, talking about things, I guess, in the industry, and she's going to have Cinda and other people in the industry come on there. So I just think you guys have got to go look at that interview. It was really a good interview. It really, really was. And Cinda was, as candid as she could be about things. Exactly, Tisa. I just think that she's going to be really good. I like her content, and see, here's the thing. Like, I don't know. A lot of people, when I sub to their channels, there was no beef sector. And a lot of people that I'm sub to, I was sub to them before there was any beef sector. Okay, so they're beef sector. I don't care. I go to the channel and listen to their content. Most of the people in the beef sector whose channel I go to, they don't just talk about the stuff that's going on in the sectors. And I think, that if the majority of the stuff on her channel is like what she did today, I don't think she'll get pulled down into tomorrow. I really don't. Oh, thank you, Nasha. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Woo, Friday the 13th is a good day. Hey, Six Figures. Yeah, but I really like the content. And this isn't her first interview by any means. That's basically what she's been doing on her channel. But when I see, other Black women on the platform that, are trying to, put out something positive like this, I can't help but promote them. And she has a very beautiful spirit to me. So if you didn't check it out, please check out that. I know there was a whole bunch of other channels that were live at the time that she did that interview. And, and if you are a Cinda Williams fan, you will be more of a Cinda Williams fan after seeing that interview on V. Lenore's channel. Now back to this Kevin Samuels mess. The crazy thing about what's going on with Kevin Samuels and with all of this dirt coming out in regards to him is it is the men in the manosphere who are doing this. They're dropping all this tea. It's not coming from the quote unquote women who are out there dancing on a grave, of which I'm not one of, but I was not a Kevin Samuels fan. It's just very ironic, and that, his life was not what he wanted, what he led people to believe on YouTube, but he was good at selling the dream. And he was on the fake it until you make it train. Unfortunately, he died before he had actually made it. And so all of this ish is coming on out. And the latest is, the latest is the young lady who was with him, Artencia, is willing to interview in regards to Kevin Samuels for $5,000. Yeah. She told this to DJ. Apparently, this is what she told DJ Academic. Now, he ain't paying $5,000, of course. But what the hell is going on? Why would she do that? And this is alleged, because I didn't hear her say it myself, but I'm not surprised. But first she said she wasn't going to do anything. Now this woman's talking about she'll interview for $5,000. Only $5,000? Is that really what you think it's worth? He's losing his effing mind up here, y'all. He is losing his effing mind up in here. I'm going to be getting off of here in a minute. Yeah, because I live in autism land over here. I have an adult with with autism, and he's up in here having an effing meltdown tonight. And I don't know what his problem is, but I'm gonna get off of here and find out what it is. You best believe that part. You can say hi.
Say hi.
Okay. He just, that was him. Told y'all. Grown man. That wasn't no child's voice y'all heard. Stomping around here like a 2-year-old. The autism. I can't share, those kind of things that I wouldn't dare film him having a meltdown or anything, because I would not embarrass him like that, because he is an adult, but I will certainly tell you guys about it, because the reality is that autism does not stop at 18, which means that you have, people who are dealing with adults who are having tantrums just like a 5-year-old, and they're in their 20s, and they're in their 30s. And I don't know what his problem is. He's mad about something, or he's mad because I told him I was going to take his phone. Yes. But that's because he's calling everyone in the middle of the freaking night. You can't do that. But he has no concept of time. There's no concept of time. All right, so I'm calm now, because he's pissing me off with this. He's pissing me off with this. And I realize that I'm about at my hour, which is probably a good thing. So I can go take care of him. And then I can go enjoy The Purge over on Auntie's channel. So let me tell you guys what is coming up. I am trying to get out a coffee talk over the weekend for you guys. Also, tomorrow, I will be live on my other channel, The Purple Diva Den, with an episode of Getting Verbal in the Den. So normally I do that on Friday nights, but we're doing it on Saturday this week. I haven't decided if it's going to be at night West Coast time, or if I'm going to do it in the evening West Coast time. So if you're subscribed to the Purple Diva Den, please, when you see it up there, make sure you punch that notification so you know that it's coming up. And I'm also going to be releasing Solo Tu, the spoken word in Spanish, on the Purple Diva Den. So both of those things will be happening this weekend. And then other than that, I will be back on Monday for my live streams. Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. And I'm also working on some mental health material that I want to put up on the channel, because May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and we are seeing a whole bunch of people around here who's various mental health issues. That they're not taking care of, or they're self-medicating and coming on the platform with their bad behavior. So I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you, Naja and Tisa, for the super chats. Ladies, I appreciate you guys so much. I am out of here, but until I see you guys again, I offer you peace and blessings from the West Side. I'll be back on camera on Monday. I promise you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.